Oh, this is the end of year edition. Last night it didn't go as planned. I took a shower yesterday. I kind of got drained. My brain was loose. I didn't stay focused, but yeah, it was fun until I got hit with that strike. In case y'all was wondering about that stream, it got hit because of those two. It was two music joints, the Jeepers Creeper and that NWA kind of fucked it up. I got a copyright strike on that. In case y'all was wondering, they clipped my shit, and I saw it when I woke up on off air talking to Juan G's and the captain. And when I saw that shit, I tried to mute all of it, right? But I scrubbed that bitch. I got the recording, but I'm gonna do a redo of that next year. That was a throwaway stream. I won't say what that was. I won't say it like now. That's a fucking throwaway stream. I'm not doing that shit again because I didn't like what I saw. Didn't go as planned. I should have made that in the morning. I should have pushed that in the morning. I had time because if I knew I was gonna do some shit like this, I should have did that in the morning. I'd have had perfect time. That'd have been a throwaway stream. And the reason I'm gonna say that is because I would have perfect time and did another one for the night. I did two streams a night. That's my mistake on that. Learning that not to do certain things again because I expected people to be better. But then again, you live and you learn. But this is the end of the year stream. Finally, I'm going to do a pre-record later and just end it off and just keep going. So I know people was wondering about that stream. Well, it got views, but I took that shit down. Yes, just for safety reasons because I ain't want my shit to be gone. You know what I'm saying? They don't play that copyright shit for no reason because them days is dead. I told you it died '07. It died in 2012. From '07 to 2012 was your best years to do it. Because people say you can still do it. Yeah, but you still got to repeal shit. Put fair use and all that. I'm not doing all that. Yeah. But that's why I'm kind of pissed why I have to do this in the morning. And I should have been watching that stream, what we did the other night. I mean, last night. But fuck it. I'm going to redo the Thursday Thrills 14 and I'm going to call it a Redux. I'll have a different topic. And then we'll do number 15. I'm going to push that the next week after that. So I will come back on the 9th on Sunday Madness. There ain't going to be music played on no panels either. Not doing that. Not carrying no fair use or none of that shit. I'm not doing that shit again because I knew people didn't want to participate. So that's just what it is. That's just what it is. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that because the copyright bullshit is being abused by the algorithm bots, the moderator, and I'm just saying, like, I'm so tired of doing this shit, and I'm gonna have to start doing it. But at the end of the day, you gotta do this vlog stream. I did a pre-record on it and said I was gonna do this, and I didn't want to because if I didn't get copyright claimed, that stream would have been up. But those two music that got me was the NWA track and that Jeepers Creepers. It was like the hour mark. So I still got it on StreamYards. I don't know how I'm gonna break it down. I just gotta leave the music out. See, that's the part I don't like. That's the bullshit I don't like. So I'm gonna have to scrub that next month. Morning Shar. And I was done with that after that. So I already knew that was a throwaway stream. I wouldn't even count that. It's not even worth it because that was the situation is going on YouTube. with the cleansing of channels and shit. That's why we did it. We didn't want to go marathon and then we get hit. You know what I'm saying? They can have that one. I threw them a bone basically, but I didn't like the bullshit. But I'll make that up to y'all next year. You know, my channel's gonna be around. I gotta do this to keep this shit up. And I needed a stream. So I can't just say I didn't have one, but I might as well do this one. Because I knew that one's gonna be a fucked up move. I might go an hour today on this one because I'm kind of pissed off because I wish I would have had that stream up. Would have saw what we saw. And I was entertained. Don't get me wrong, but it's just that was a throwaway stream. I wish someone clipped it. I'll think of something. I don't know if I can edit it off of StreamYard. See, if I would have edited off anywhere else, it'd be nice. Problem with that stream was it wasn't well thought out. Should have did that in the morning, and that would have been the throwaway stream. Then I did the actual Thursday Thrill stream, and I would have talked to y'all about different things. See, I ain't like the last two streams I had last week. It's been a fun month. It ain't one of my, I mean, it's one of my favorite months, but it ain't one of my number one favorites. That's why I put it down to number 3. Because I'm disappointed. Everything would have been planned right. Next year won't happen again. If I make it next year. Because my channel's at risk. So I have to watch it. Next year's, I hope next year ain't going to be a wash. Because people are tired of shit too. Because I don't stream all the time. I don't really do that. So I have to pick my poison. I have to pick my poison. And that's the thing. That's the thing. I got to pick my poison. So I have to pick my poison. But you got to do what you got to do. Because sometimes you just can't draw out the pain like that. People going to get tired of you after a while. So I mean, it's good to do a live stream and show information. I can do that. So there's ways to share shit. I can still play y'all's videos. It's just, you know, when you play someone else's you ain't subscribed to, that's one of those weird things. That's one thing I hate about this website too. And this is why I won't last 5 to 10 years from now. You got bullshit rules like that, it's gonna die off. And I know what's gonna kill it. It's that right there. Ain't no options. That's why I want to invest in Rumble in the future. That's gonna be my next website approach. I'm gonna read the rules, put some content, and say fuck it. And I don't care. I'm saying right there, because I'm not coming back to this one. This will perish, and I wouldn't care. I got old videos, but Rumble's the future. This site may be sold off to somebody. It ain't what it was. Google gets his hands on it and destroyed it. So what's the point of having it? Ain't nobody watching that YouTube TV shit. That's a television version of this. And they can't do a site like this if we're sharing videos and doing content. No, this is different. This is kind of like you making content, but you're trying to get on the big screen. So with that KS bullshit, it kind of fucked our shit up. A lot of people got away with copyright. The reason they amping it up, that monetization is a joke, man. They should get rid of that completely and rethink about talking about monetization. Some people, they cheat their way, man. I don't see how they can do it. I don't like that. I don't like that. See, the guys that have the million subscribers, they get all the perks. That's why people hate the website, period. And this is what divides the whole shit. I blame Google for it because Google is the king of all the rules. That's why people don't fuck with their products. This is why Google Hangouts died. It's the policies. It ain't the streams. It's the bullshit. They did that with Google Plus. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Google Plus was trash. The reason I say it's trash, and I'm glad people don't fuck with it, they kept flagging people's shit. It's just like this whole website is trash because I already knew where it's going. YouTube's not gonna be a giant. As long as you have Google around, it's gonna kill itself. They need to sell it to somebody that can turn this site. You can do shit and clip people, and YouTube has its reputation. But what's hurting it? You got somebody, another giant, fucking up your shit and put you in a lawsuit. That's what's wrong with YouTube. YouTube's not the wave, man. It will never be the wave. It needs competition. But the guys behind it don't want competition. It's Google. Google can be its own entity. What's going on? Toya, the Ultima in one son. Yeah, because you need to be its own entity. And I think in the future, Google will be smart to sell this shit because you want this site to prosper. Even the YouTube, sell all of it. And Google can take its ideas from it and say, you can have a website. Just separate it, because YouTube needs to be sold just like it was like Tumblr. It's going to ways like that. You gotta have somewhere because I don't like the merges and shit. That's what kills everything. You can't enjoy the site. That's why I don't trust StreamYards all the time because they're gonna have to do something. They have to get rid of Google or somebody. They want to stay together. Well, they gotta change a lot of shit because we're not harming nobody. But that's what they do. I don't argue with the shit. Fuck them. Fuck their little system because their system is broken. They're lazy. They trifling as hell, and this is why people don't fuck with y'all long term. This is why companies die. That's why Rumble's gonna be the future. Like I said, like I predicted summers and falls ago. I said that's gonna be the better website in the future. Them sites that you don't see, that's what happened to YouTube. See, it was MySpace for a while. Facebook was trash when it first came out. It didn't get its notoriety until like '07 when I was in high school. That's when Facebook got its notoriety. It didn't get its notoriety when it first came out in '04. See, niggas so stupid they don't remember '04. '04 was a great year. It was a bad year and a great year at the same time for entertainment. But '04 was a bad year for me outside of the entertainment. A lot of shit was going on in '04. That was the cutoff period. So the internet was minute, trash then. It didn't get its rise in '07. '07 was a great year for the internet and outside because Bush was about to get out of office. That was a hell of a year. I was 19 at the time too. '07 was a hell of a year. But the next year I was gonna be 20. So I already knew what was coming. When YouTube had that partnership and that monetization '08, that's when the shit died. It died in '08. Start seeing advertisers dictating what you're doing, and you lose its essence. It was cool back then. It was cool back then. And I'm glad I'm doing this stream because I feel like doing this one last time for the vlog, give y'all something to talk about because I feel like when you do these streams, I got my new khakis on. They're like bay leaf from Lands End. I'm wearing these. So I felt like I got to put these on. I had my coffees the other day. This one I'm gonna break these in. So I'm tired of the bullshit. Like that one I'll never do again. That was a throwaway stream because I knew something was gonna happen. I knew people was gonna fuck it up. So that's what happens when you do night streams a lot. You expect shit. In the day stream, You don't expect that much shit. You control who comes up in the chat because people lurk around 3 a.m. Eastern time, my time, until like 4 a.m. That's when they start lurking. And I've been watching that because enough of night streams I've done all the way through the morning. I studied how live streams work. It's not easy because you get drained and shit. That's daunting. I've done that. Day streams is not easy because if I had a day stream, it has to be in the morning and it stops around 1 o'clock or some shit. Because see, Roger does that at 10. I don't like the 10 o'clock shit like that on my time, but his time would be 9. So I can't do that shit. The trick with that is you gotta do it early in the morning and then stop it around 1 o'clock. If it's a long stream, you have to look at the hours and get your time set to breathe, eat, and whatever. If I had a studio, I wouldn't have no problem. If I had a own audience, I wouldn't have no issue. If I want to be successful, but that ain't gonna be easy because my channel's not gonna let it. Because I was thinking about doing another channel in the future, but if I had a studio, I can do that. I'm keeping this one, and I'm gonna stay with this one because this one is what you need. If I had another channel, I needed another computer, so that's gonna be a studio thing. I'm looking at a lot of things right now, but yeah, I can still do content on here. I'm just not gonna be on here as much. I just don't care anymore. I've gotten to the point like fuck all of it because I know this shit is gonna go south. I'm just preparing to keep this one and create another one. It's not easy creating another one because once you get a new computer, you gotta have certain microphones with that one. Pick the ones you need and stick with it. It's not easy. It's not easy. Because you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's not easy, man. Because if I ever had a studio, man, y'all ain't seen the best. I would love to have a studio, man. If I have one, I have all them shits. Won't have no issue. That's being a YouTuber and learning to get to that level. See, I got my house as a studio right now, but if I had a studio, I wouldn't have no problem. Or a booth. Be nice. Won't have to deal with no bullshit. It just ain't gonna cut it out. This ain't gonna cut it out here. Cause I gotta think about something in the future. Cause I gotta work on my background issue. Once I get that done, I'll be all right. That's something I gotta think about. Cause doing it on this channel ain't gonna work it. Cause I don't see no future in it. If I go somewhere else, that's fine. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Cause I can leave YouTube and get my views that way. I've done that before. I tell people it's not easy to do. I'm not mad. I'm just tired of the bullshit. Eventually, I don't mind being a co-host. I'm telling people right now, I don't give a fuck. Cause doing content over my shit ain't gonna happen. It's just gonna be a one-time thing. And I don't like doing it because it's that simple. I can attract the audience, so I know what content is. I have nothing to prove at this point because I'm tired right now. Because eventually, if I see something, people will come through. But doing these is easy. I've noticed something. Every time I watch a replay of these, this is gonna happen. I guarantee you these are a lot better than the panels. I'm sorry because engagement, I already know what the talent is. It's right here. Because if you do streams that has a couple of people, it's cool. You're getting something out of it. But 9 out of 10, it's like I'm wasting my time, really. I'm not really wasting my time. I'm just wasting my time speaking on it, because I'm glad I do history streams just be by myself. I gotta perfect my little shit. Once I learned that, I perfected it, but not like I want it. I have a certain way of doing it. But if it was a discussion, just recently started doing it because at first I was doing the dark statues, the dark history ones, just dropping jewels on a website. See, I haven't found a niche of my content yet. It's every Wednesday. See, that Wednesday stream, they forgot that totalitarianism stream was necessary. But that Thursday stream was ruined because I was a throwaway stream. So I'm kind of pissed off, and I'm glad I'm doing this one so I can. It's a makeup stream, but I will really make up to y'all next year. It's not gonna be next week, but next week after. I gotta get fully prepared mentally because I'm going to Conquest next year. I'll be a panelist next year because I'm okay with that shit, and I'm tired of the bullshit. It's gonna fall back. I got my mic ready because I'm not going dynamic on y'all asses. It's not even worth it. That's something I'm gonna fix. I'll come back after the ninth, and I'm looking into some shit. It's not fair for me to do content and no one's not participating. So sound's got to be right. I ain't worried about no cameras. I'm gonna wait on that. That shit's a daunting task. So we gotta see what's what. So I'm not pissed off. I'm a little angry about losing that stream. But it was a throwaway stream. I'm just gonna say what it was. It was a throwaway stream. I knew it was coming. Someone's gonna play a clip. It's gonna flag me for the shit, and I'm okay with that because I'm used to it. It means I'm back in the algorithm. Back in the algorithm. But I have an idea how to create a second channel, but I don't know what to name it. I'll give it a name, and it's gonna be a name that's gonna stick. Cause I ain't trying to save no lives on this shit. It's not even worth it. And once I name that shit, it's gonna be profound. It's like I don't want to say it's a podcasting channel. I hate the term podcast. People don't know what podcasting is. The requirement of it is 4 hours to 50 minutes. That's a podcast, not 30 minutes. It's actually 50 to 4 hours. That's a true podcast because you're close to the hour mark. And that's the max you want to go. That's it. He said no more intelligent intellectual content. There's gonna be content. It's gonna be on Wednesdays. I'm done wasting my time though on this channel though. That's future wise. Next year there'll be some. I'm just not gonna fuck with it as much. Fuck this whole shit. It's not even worth it. If I create another channel, it's gonna be a combination of that and start roasting motherfuckers. I hate bitch ass people, man. If I want a co-host, I want somebody violent speaking. I want somebody to say fuck everybody else with me because I already know who the perfect person would be. Can't use y'all because I gotta find somebody that will work. Once I have a studio, I'll get rid of this shit. This one is gonna be like a solutions channel. That's what it's basically what it is. I already dropped information. Yeah, it's intellectual content. It's still intellectual, but we also gonna have prominence. This content is that and solution based. We're gonna have that. That's what my open discussions are. But eventually, I'm gonna keep this channel for a while. If I create another one, I'm gonna be on it way more because it's better than this shit. So I'll take some ideas and you can cut back. I'm gonna keep the Sunday streams. That's what I'm gonna keep. That's worth it. Cause I'm tired of the bullshit, man. Like, if I really want to do it, I already know several people I have in mind. This shit ain't shit. Cause this right here was solution based. When I built this channel, when I lost my first one, it was an ideology. I'm staying with it, but that historical shit, that was conscious community shit. That shit's dead. I don't even talk about that shit no more. Honestly, that for the birds, man. In open discussion, I was just gonna roast you if you don't get it. That's what Sunday Madness is for. That's the reason why I did that one. Sunday Chills is boring. A lot of people like the content. There's a lot of bullshit that fell out. And I decided not to do it at night no more. And I said, let me do it this in the afternoon. It makes more sense. The Wednesday streams, I'm gonna stick with that. That's gonna be short streams. It's not gonna be long ones. I usually have long ones. I'm gonna minimize it to 5 hours or whatever. I just need that time. But that Thursday streams, that's a must have. I don't do Fridays, Monday, Tuesday streams. I'm looking those days to create my second channel off because I can go back to back with those with that channel. And I have ideas of this other channel. It's not even a second channel. It's actually my fourth channel creating because that channel is going to be might be a radio station or some shit. But I'm thinking about it. It's a lot of topics I would love to talk about. Politics is just a waste. It's only a handful that get it because I don't have an audience for that. If I had an audience for that, people would like it. And debates are a waste of time. I just want the conversation to be fixed. But YouTube's not a place for that, so it's a failure. I say fuck all of it. Fuck Google. Fuck all of it because it's a cancer. That's why I see other websites say fuck this site. It's better than this shit, and I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna laugh. In 5 or 10 years, this shit will be dead. That's why I say Rumble is the future because that site is built off that. And I'm looking at it, my options. If I get another computer, I won't be dealing with this long term. I already know what's heading. I already know. That's why I'm keeping it above board. You know, I can lose streams that are throwaway streams. It's gonna happen. It's just certain individuals ain't gonna get it. And I'm glad we create a sector of this so we can do it. We just gotta find out our niche. The streams I do over here, I don't even care. It's like throwaway after throwaway. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm tired, man. I'm done wasting my time on that. Once you start doing streams that you look for, this is helpful right here. Cause I'm getting views off of this shit right now. Talking to y'all. Might have to come up with a piece of paper. I start doing these. I already know what this is. You do panel streams, that has to be concise. Now, if you want a co-host, you got to have a joint channel. My advice: get a joint channel. To co-host, if you have a channel, you can't do it on your personal channel. It's okay to have a personal channel by yourself, but if you have a joint channel for your boys, that's something I got to talk to the ghost about that. That'd be nice. He could do one, but I don't know, man, because that's something I'm thinking about. Because my channel's not the place for that. I don't have that capacity. That takes time. I can give you the shares. It's like we did in the hideout. We need something like that. Cause that way we won't have to deal with no bullshit. My channel's not the place for that. I don't see it as a obstacle like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't have that audience. That's the whole point of me leaving and coming back on the ninth because I don't have that capacity. Because if I did, I would be that person. And I'm learning about myself as a content creator like I used to be. Because back in the day, it was simple, but nowadays it's terrible. I mean, we need a joint channel because that will work. If you have a co-host, he can run it, whatever. See, I can't run that. I don't. I don't have the expenses for that. So whoever wants to run it, that's cool. That's an idea. Instead of shields, no, just get a joint channel. Just have a symbol, and you be all right. Not participate in that shit and run the reins. He's gone. We switch it. That's something to think about. I was thinking about that coming up next year because it's not easy. Because I ain't got the funds for that. I'm trying to wait off that. That's why I'm focusing on my shit. See, StreamYard is cool and all, but I don't see that as future wise. But this other stream sites is better. It'd be nice. I was thinking about that too. I said that would be a good one too. That's one of the reasons why I have to look at it forward. Like, if we do that, we gotta have like a joint channel, kind of like what the Forever TV has, and just be us. But the copyright shit is gonna be annoying. That's the only drawback. Sound effects and all that shit. I have to put fair use in the title. See, I keep forgetting my shit because I don't do that much often. That's why I don't do music at all. Not on my channel. It's not even worth it. Repeals ain't my best friend. I've repealed some in the past. In 2012, I lost a repeal once, and I scrubbed the shit. It was a pre-record, and ever since then, that stopped me from going up. So I'm not doing that shit again. I'm done. I feel like doing that to the next direction where I want to go. But this channel is gonna be fine. This channel is gonna be the same. Only difference I have an issue with, it's not gonna grow. I need another. I need another spot. If I get a studio, I will do something like that. That's something to think about. I'm not ready for it just yet, but if I do get one, would love to have one. If I had a studio, I would fix all this shit. Kind of pissed off because I lost that stream. It was good, but it was a throwaway stream. I had a feeling it was gonna be a throwaway stream. Should have did 2 streams that day too, because I was fucked up. Fell asleep after you took that shower. You know, you get tired. I was really drained yesterday, so you know I was not mentally prepared that day. That was a failure. I was doing too much. I don't know about tonight. I don't give a fuck anymore because once I do that pre-record, that's it. I ain't gonna see my ass this weekend, next week until on the 9th. I ain't calling it quits. I'm just saying I'm tired of the bullshit. Like I already know what's up. But eventually I gotta do something because once we had that channel, yeah. I don't know if I want to create it or not, but you know, I was thinking about it. I was like, man, if I create a 4th channel like I have, it's gonna be one of those channels I gotta tweak it. Get tired of the bullshit. I'm just tired of it at this point. And I'm good. I gotta find something that's gonna be cohesive for me to look at. And I was thinking about that too. You want that co-host and shit. Well, my advice: get a joint channel and name it as a group channel. Since it got team members on StreamYards, that's something you want. For me, I'm okay with it. I ain't paying for shit. It's not easy. It's not easy. But it's got to go on somebody's computer. That's something to think about. I'm thinking about it. Kind of like do what the Brain Trust does. They had something like that. So I want something like that. It's just one of those things, man. I'm thinking about that because once you have that and then have a new email address, you can create an account like that. And it's not easy because I'm not going to use my personal Google account. I'll use a different one and a different name because that way on a different computer, I'm thinking about it. I want that, but I want to make a joint channel out of it. It's got to have a different name because that one will be mine's. Because if I have an extra job, if I had Rumble right now, I can do all that. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Because if I get a Rumble account, get monetized, I can do that extra shit. It's not easy. Kind of frustrated because my situation is not as great as everybody else. If I am in a better situation, I'm good. It's gone, Mr. DJ Music, aka Supreme Elder. It's gone, Mace. But I'm kind of pissed off when I lost that stream. Like, man, fuck this shit. I'm not doing that shit again. It has to be a joint shit to do that because we need something different because this shit ain't gonna last on my channel because it ain't built like that. If it was built like that, this is for. I'll say it's a combination of a lot of things: solution, base, go out there and do it, and just be pragmatic what you do, man. Like my channel's not built off that. I wish it was, and I realized when I look at the streams I was doing, I was like, the streams is all right, but that's just us, you know. But I have to see for what it is, and I can have that. You get tired of that bullshit after a while because that's stagnation content. But see, some of my shit's evergreen too. I got a lot of evergreen. It's not easy. And that's why I'm gonna keep it right here and then the other shit, that's easy. And so you gotta maintain it. It's not maintaining, you just gotta be consistent with it. That's can be done. You just gotta have the right people. It's not about personality. Personality is there, it's just can you hang? And the person else, can they hang long term? That's the trick. It's not just, you know, the personality, it's can you hang long term? Can you be that person? Because what I'm saying right now, it's just light, man. Like what I saw in that stream, I'm not discussing. I had fun. Don't get me wrong, but it didn't go as I planned. Could have been better. So it's like, what's the point of hitting that one? That was a throwaway stream to me. When I got that copyright claim, I said nah, because I tried to mute all the music. It was two music that hit me. It was the NWA shit and the Jeepers Creepers. Oh, when you play that on the hour mark in 31 minutes, oh, that's a wrap, man. Yeah, you can edit while you're done, but it ain't gonna be easy. You can edit it out and do all that, but still, you know, that's gonna take a while. I don't mind editing shit. I used to edit back in the day, but I stopped doing that shit. What's the point though? Like that's why I hate editing. Period. Editing and stuff is cool, but I'm not wasting my energy on that. I don't have the patience for that. I have the patience for it, but I'm not wasting my time. If it's a good stream, and sometimes it's how you label shit. They'll strike your shit based off that, you know. That's why I don't trust the algorithm. So this site will never last 5 to 10 years. I just know it. There's other sites better than this shit. This shit right here is your content right here. Talking to y'all through this. This is content. This is why I get engagement. And the more I'm start seeing that I can do these and do those panel streams. That's the format I'm going with because I can't do nothing else. I already know what it is. And it has to matter what I'm talking about. I just started doing pre-records. So that's a good thing. What's fucking me up is I don't have an extra channel. Do all the insane shit. So I need somebody in that realm, so to speak, to get me to that level. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that it could be a group channel. But the way we move it, it's not working, man. To do that, you gotta have a joint channel. If you're gonna do a podcasting of a group, your channel has to be built. If you want to go to that next level, you need a joint channel. Somebody has to control that. I can't control that shit. I don't have the skill set to do that. I have a skill set, a lot of shit. That shit, it's not easy. So I can be a panelist. Damn good one. You pass me on the razor run a channel, motherfuckers not getting on no panel. I can do that shit too. I've proven that. So if someone knows the skills how to do that, you got my respect. It takes a certain skill to do this, but it's not really that hard. The hard part is maintaining that channel though. See, I don't have that. I don't have that recourse. If I had that recourse, I would talk to y'all even better. But the problem with me is, it has to work, man. It has to work. Well, I think in the future, I'm thinking about it though. You know, because I ain't got the studio and I ain't got the shit that I need yet. But if I get another account on Google and another computer, I can do that. I'm not doing it on this same account. I'm not doing no pocket accounts. That's bullshit. Anybody can do those. I'm tired of doing those. I don't like doing those nowhere. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. It's not easy though. This channel's not built like that. It's built for that the intellectual property that I got it from. I would love to do that, but you know, I don't like Facebook. I don't fuck with Facebook. There's other sites can do way better. I like Discord. I like Discord. I was thinking about that. I like Discord. The more I'm thinking about it, I like Discord more. But YouTube is not, you know, that's not feature wise. I mean, YouTube's nice, don't get me wrong, in some aspects, but the policies, it's just trash. Google just killed it for me. That's what killed a website. That's why Google Plus was trash. Nobody was interested in shit. I only got the Hangouts is that guy John. That was it. Outside of that, I'm just back. I'm glad I'm back doing content again. It's not easy, but I'll do it. You know, content wise, I'm gonna be fine. The best form of free advertising, next hands down, it's better than any other site as far as Facebook's concerned for free advertising anyway. Yeah, I see why people like using it. Yeah, it's that and family. The reason I don't use it because it's too evasive. I got a lot of family members that are nosy. I don't fuck with family like that. We ain't that close. Well, besides my two parents and certain cousins, I'm cool with, but the rest of them ain't shit. And classmates, I don't like nobody on Facebook like that. I tried that shit and deactivated that. I don't even like Patreon, but Facebook is viable. Don't get me wrong, because Instagram and you know, if you want to talk about that, that's Instagram and all that shit. I see why. This is nothing. YouTube, what's hurting Google and YouTube is the policies, man. That's what's hurting them. and people that run the music shit. That's what's killing YouTube. If they ain't careful, they're gonna end up like Def Jam. They're gonna end up like Google's gonna end up like Def Jam. Nobody's not gonna fuck with you long term. Microsoft has something like called Mixer. There's a lot of good sites out there, but I like Discord. I don't know what it is about Discord I like. You know, they had the Nitro feature, they had the phone call. Yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna use YouTube as a media message hub. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the streams what they are intended for. If I had a radio station, if I upgrade the stream yards, it has to be on a different channel. I can't do that and fight all those damn appeals. So I ain't got a team like that. Not with this channel. Hell no. Not the way it was built. I have to look at that. I said, no, I don't have that. If I did, this is gonna be the channel. I'm just gonna be just chill. But the next one's gonna be a joint channel. I'm willing to do that. Not with these niggas I'm subscribed to. No, the ones I'm cool with. I gotta find somebody that's willing to take that next step. You know what I'm saying? Because what I saw from For Record TV, I said, man, I like the content. But you know, it'd be nice. And I saw how the Lapeef network did. They just got everybody. But I want no network of 10 people. I just at least want at least 4 people or 3. Just 3 of us on the panel. That's the norm, right? Or 2. And then everybody else is just guests. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, when I look at it, and I was thinking this, I might have to talk to certain people like Dre or somebody that's interested. But I know he's busy because I want somebody else too. It's gotta work, man. It's gotta work. And I was thinking about I'm gonna sleep on it and just say, hey, yeah. He said I have broadcast license. YouTube shuts down my stream, so they just have it is. It's not much YouTube. It's the people who put up those that exactly. That's what I was talking about. And the problem I have with them is like I look at Google for one, and those algorithm bots that they be. That's the drawback with them. That's what's setting them back. And I get why they did it. I mean, it's cool, but my issue with that is like, how can you have a site like that? And if you abuse the copyright system, I understand their channel ends up deletion, but here's the thing with Donovan Sharp. He said this on a straight, he slipped up and said this. He said, the way he avoids that, he replies and takes down that claim. I don't know if that's cheated. I don't know what that is. That's some crazy shit. I don't know why people cheat like that on YouTube, but I don't like that shit. But that's the whole point of them trying to stay above board. That's why you can't trust those big YouTubers sometimes. You question them. See, a small YouTuber tell you, yeah, they go through it. But I ain't worried about no numbers. I said, fuck it. You know, on this channel, it's not even worth it because I already know where this channel is, what's based. But I won't keep it because I like talking about these discussions, you know, especially Sunday. But when you're dealing, another channel be nice. It's not going to be easy. It's just going to be a joint channel. It's the consistency of that person that wants to do it. Because I'll do it on any day. I ain't got no issues in that department. I ain't got no issues doing it on Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, because I ain't got that much time like that. But on a Friday would be nice. I don't do Saturday streams because everybody's going to be streaming Saturday. But that's another dead one they can have. Because Sunday streams is not for me on a joint channel. I rather do that by myself. And I like those because since I got good numbers on that one, I'm like, okay, let me keep that one. Thursday talks is the only thing that's keeping my shit up. See, I got hit with the Sunday streams with the copyright and shit like that. I think I got 2 of those that got hit, and I got hit with another one. it was a Tuesday stream. The first one I got hit was a Sunday Madness, the first one. That they got me on that one with the Vice. The second one was old boy. He was pissed. We was talking about Japan. I had to block his punk ass. That was on a Sunday stream, I believe. I don't know what stream that was. I don't think that was a Sunday stream, was it? No, it was an after stream. It was on a Saturday. Thank God it was on Saturday. It was an after stream. I scrubbed that motherfucker off. It was a Juan G's one. And this one, um, two clips was played, songs. He got it from the YouTube. You got to be careful. You can't use that. You got to use it for somewhere else. It's not easy, man. Like I said, that copyright shit is no joke. And that's being abused by the people up top and the people that has a million subscribers. That's why people gonna say fuck this whole site and go somewhere else. I try to tell you, Rumble's the future, man. If Rumble add a little flavor and put the politics on one side and divide shit like what YouTube used to have back in the day, you don't have these problems. Music back then was fine, but see, the copyright system and the laws, everybody breaks them. But you know, Larry Cohen's not your future, y'all. I'm telling you, he's gonna run this shit to the ground. I already know Google's gonna have to get rid of him eventually, which they're not. And if other websites surpass you, they're gonna get sick of your bullshit. I've seen that happen. This is why TikTok will maybe be successful in this area. Oh, they got copyright problems. They're abusing. Yep. You gotta let the companies take your shit down instead of us. We got too much power. People abuse shit to get attention. That's what's hurting people. That's why people is not growing. All these other words, foul language, and derogatory terms, you two let me get away with on those streams. I'm surprised. That shows you they pick and choose who they want to delete. And that's why people hate this site so much. Even me, myself, I like using YouTube sometimes, but it ain't one of my favorites. I have a lot of cons on this shit. It's not worth it. This is a site you want to deal with intellectual property. If you want to do this type of lane that I'm doing, it works. Entertainment is a tricky one. Years ago, you can get away with it. Nowadays, you gotta dance around and edit shit. And I say fuck managers. I say fuck all of them. Don't trust none of them. Do it yourself. Problem is, it's not even worth it. The entertainment is fun. Don't get me wrong. Being paid for is fun, but my issue with it, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth the risk. You might as well do as I'm doing at best, or just dip. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say fuck other channels. That ain't gonna help you be successful either. Because if they know you have this one, they'll question it. But this channel right here is educational, nonprofit. I don't want nobody's money. I just drop knowledge. I'm out of here. But the other thing about having another channel, make it specific that and stay with it. That's the trick with entertainment. You can be entertaining and then it goes above board. And stick with that. Just don't talk about gender politics. You'd be good. Just keep it in the entertainment realm. Because a lot of times, what I hate what niggas do, they talk about the female too much. That's what kills your content. Relationships kills your content. I mean, we can talk in it brief, but what's the point? It's not money. They think it is, but they cracking down on that KS bullshit, Kevin Samuels bullshit. Fuck that dude. That's not content to me. It will never be content. That weirdo incelian bullshit, manosphere bullshit, that's out of here. Everybody's moving on. Now I've noticed it's politics. You talk about politics all day, you good. A lot of people say you can't. No, fuck you. You can talk about it. You just gotta know what you're talking about. Put some research. My channel's based off that too, a little bit, and esoteric shit. And certain philosophies where people talk about and just break shit down. You don't even have to use a fucking video clip. Fuck a video clip. Just bring sources. That's what this channel is. It's not a video channel. Unless you got your videos of that, I can agree with. We can, but don't use theirs, because they own some bullshit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And I'm glad I made that policy on my channel. This channel, you can do that. But if you want a joint channel, if we critique everybody's points on videos, you gotta have a group channel. I'm starting to learn that now because if I want to get monetized, I just wanted to join. It's gonna happen. I just gotta find the right person that wants to delve in that, because nobody wants to delve in that part of YouTube. Because podcasting is a trick. It's a trick to it. It has to work. It has to work. It has to work. Because the only way you can get that, you got to be successful what you're doing. So, yeah, I don't do Facebook, but I would love to do Rumble, though. I like what Soul and Black was doing on that one. It's not easy, but I'll eventually get an account. Once I get that account, it reminds me of Vimeo. I can learn a lot about it. So I don't see people doing it as much. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm glad I did this. I mean, it's a light rant because I was upset when I lost uh the stream. It was 4 hours. Might have to keep that one as a trophy or some shit. Cause that one I might edit and put it somewhere else. Cause that's something I might have to keep and rename the shit. And it's just like it's crazy, man. But that's you live and you learn. Those streaming sites is future. I don't know what they're gonna be, um, policy wise, because like I said, YouTube's not gonna go anywhere. No, it's gonna go somewhere until they start fucking up and abusing the rules. Like that COPA shit is killing them too. They gotta pay that lawsuit. Google too. That's killing them. The biggest moneymaker is children. I hate to say that. Their biggest moneymaker is children. And I'll tell you why that is. Because if you fuck with Walt Disney long enough and be partners with him on the internet, salute, what's going on, G's? That's what's making you too big. I don't like that. And that's gonna be their downfall too, because it's gonna be like ESPN at best. Nobody's not gonna watch this shit. I mean, you got YouTube TV for that. You already got that. So Google's making them a giant, but what's hurting them is the policies and shit. You can't do what you want as much. There are several lanes to be successful on YouTube. Reactionary videos community is trash. Fuck all of them. I'll tell you that right now. That's why I don't play the copyright game. Don't do it. Unless you got a joint channel. That's my advice. You want to be successful. If you want to be in that community, you gotta have a joint channel and live stream. Because Alvin Preach, they shit is pre-records. It's cool, but people gonna get tired of that shit after a while. You wanna be better than Fresh Flims and Flamsy, bitch ass Fresh and Fit, fuck them and Donovan Sharp. You wanna be better than them? You gotta have a joint channel that's similar like this, but you can have a little entertainment. That's the trick. And that's my advice to anybody that wants to do that. Because when I saw it for the record TV, that's brilliant. That takes time. And I noticed that last night because I noticed what people are watching. But see, my shit is not for everybody. It's only for a handful that's gonna get it. I'm on that type of time as well. But I don't do that many streams like it. And it's gonna get to that point. You already reached the threshold. Like you already proven that. I just want the next person to be a little bigger, push him to the top, and just fall back. I can do that. This is nothing. This right here is nothing. I see. I'm an analyst right here, right now, talking to you with this phone. Or if I get a little mic, I'm good. I can do pre-records. I'm okay with that. Live streams is just it's periodic. It's not gonna be a stream about what I'm gonna have. That's doable. That's doable. That's doable. I just gotta find a way to maneuver shit. If I had that extra channel, I wouldn't have no issue because I would love to do something like that. If I ever got into podcast, it's gonna be joined. It's not gonna be a no one man show. Like I can do one man shows, but how many one man shows we seen on YouTube? People get tired of shit. It's cool for a while, and people gonna get tired of you. Pre-records is best to do when you do that. You can do like 45 minutes, people listen to you, or an hour. And this is even better. Cause see, if you're doing that, you might as well do vlog streams. One man shows on a stream in a studio. To me, it's not entertainment. Anybody can do that. A lot of people say they can't do that bullshit. Do that for like at least 2 to 3, 4 hours and talk about something on the top of your head, or write something down and look down. It's easy. It's not hard. The hard part is being consistent with it. I laugh at Mal Manaman when he does this shit. He does this shit in the car. See, what he does, that's genius. But when he does it in the studio, people don't really care. That's why his numbers dip. A lot of people think his numbers go up. No, his numbers dip when he talks about some bullshit. He ain't sticking with the intellectual shit, which he's not, but he's dipping. I can tell. I be skywatching this shit and I be studying his shit and be like, no, your shit is dipping because people tired of the same old shit. It's best to have another person talking to, at least 2 or 3. That's my max for 4 people, and it helps. Let's go on, Sick Diggy. But that's what you gotta have, man. Because when you do streams like those, I feel like when I was looking at that, I was like, wait a minute. He's doing something right, but what I don't like is the inconsistent dip. See, I get that on a smaller basis, but imagine me have those numbers he have, and you stay there for hours. People gonna get tired of that for a while because the streams out there. They're doing the same thing, but you might as well have a joint. It's the way to go. I'm sorry, it's just the way to go. I mean, if you have a female on the panel, that's cool. It's not that many options on YouTube. I'm just telling people right now to do it. You gotta have like a joint shit. I mean, that's not the future really, but you don't have to. But you got to be way, way smart. What's going on, degenerate? You got to have those type of people around you. When Kuda was talking about podcasting, well, podcast is not a one-on-one thing. That's a small podcast. But if you want a group podcast, you need like at least 4 people max. So I watched the Devin Wade show. That's why y'all don't listen to me about that. Devin Wade show is better than Gilly and his cousins. And the reason I say that is when I look at their shit's viable. This shit's viable because I find a yes MP3 or yeah those things, yeah, you can do that. But I'm just saying, like, when I look at Devin Wade's show, like they do every Tuesday night. They used to do Saturday podcasts with nobody showing the pictures. It's like a pre-record premiere. That'd be nice. Like you could do something like that. See, you gotta when you talk about pre-records and you want to do it in a podcast form like they do premieres, that's even better. And you don't even have to do those streams or marathon streams like that. I mean, that's a choice. You just gotta have a variety. The hard part about YouTube, you gotta make sure it's right. You know, like it's one of those things, man. And it's plenty of ways to do podcasts too. You do 2, 3 people talk about the same subject matters and break them down, and then come back to a different subject. Have shit listed off your dailies. That will put you to the top. But what Fit and Flamsy would do, they talk about the same circle jerk bullshit all the time, and people don't listen to that shit. It's not entertainment, man. I've seen better. On the Devin Wade show is entertainment. Yeah, they talk about something similar, but the problem is they talk about real issues and solutions. Like Gilly and what's his name, his cousin Wallow, they just entertainment. They interview people and they also sell products. Now that's another way to be on top of YouTube too. If you're into that, they'll fuck with you. If you do that on Facebook, they'll fuck with you. But they try to do what YouTube does. What's going to hurt Facebook? You can't beat YouTube on that. You gotta have pre-records. You gotta have streams. You gotta have, they have it, but not on that level. We kill them right there. Clubhouse is trying to compete with that. All these sites is trying to compete what we're doing on YouTube. A lot of shit we did that on YouTube. Imagine me spreading out and doing that. But see, I don't look at those sites as attention. There's other sites better than that in the future. Don't be surprised if Discord has something like that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You can have your mics and everything. But see, YouTube is not the way to go because YouTube is like you can use certain streams and just keep it. You know what I mean? Because certain policies got to change. Well, I think the copyright system thing's been abused. They're gonna keep it as the same. The trick is which one music you can't use, and it's so broken. It's like the one time they said don't copyright at all. Then you can't use certain music. The artists got involved. When the artists and the news people came to YouTube in 2012, that's what killed the site. And after that, it was done. I already knew YouTube was going down the drain because you got to treat it, like I said, it's not a business, it's entertainment. The business aspect is used working with the advertisers. I'll tell you a secret about if you call YouTube a business, you got to bring in advertisers. That's a business. YouTube's a business for advertisers, not for the content creators. I said this 1,000 times. I should have said this over at Coos. No, it's for the advertisers. I'll give you an example. Marquise Brownlee, he has his own business. He did what we did. Problem with him was he's a tech guy, big money. He rents 4 different studios, different gear, cameras and everything, right? Reveal, right? He's up there for a reason. He's got 14 million that love him, or a third of his million love him. The other half are just bots, just love to watch him. And I noticed he's got 15 million subscribers, and he lets you know it ain't easy to get. He did it on the grassroots. Like what he did was he stayed in his lane. He made his own business venture off of YouTube. See, YouTube's not a business venture. YouTube is just a small platform to grow your business. And if you want to be an advertiser and own shit, YouTube creates entrepreneurial owners, like owners. They don't create asset givers. I'm sorry, they just don't. Because if you're on here just for monetization and not being an owner, nobody's not gonna fuck with you. You want to be like Marquise Brownlee, you got to play the game of the advertisement business of ownership. They'll teach you ownership. You got to have that. And I've learned this 2 years ago. So my first channel was going to be that. But I got sidetracked with the intellectual shit, just hobby purposes. But that's just showing you how to get to that level. So have a joint channel makes sense if you're going to do that type of lane. Because I look at everybody's content like that. I don't subscribe to them. I just observe and see what's on my feed, and I understand how YouTube works. It's just common sense. He said, those cats are showing how viable appealing can be in the short term. Why do you think iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud are the places to go for podcasts? Exactly. That's why YouTube is not the place for that. And I've learned that. That's why I'll tell you what YouTube is. If you do live streams, it's just live streams. Just talk about random stuff, especially long streams. But if you do Spotify, like you said, iTunes, SoundCloud, those are good. I ain't even investing in those. But if I did something like that, that'd be nice. I was thinking about those too. If I get another computer, I'm thinking about doing those because I'm playing with, since I got the mics down, I could do that. I can't do it on the same one I got, but I want another computer just for another channel. It has certain music. So I gotta get my music game up because I got some music in the house. I said get some of my old shit, buy some new shit. That's something to think about. But yeah, man, I feel like iTunes. But I like Spotify. Spotify is all right. If you get an account like that and use OBS, that's another one too. And use a random picture. That's your content. That's your content. To be honest with you, that's your content. That's your content. I'm not gonna lie, that's your content. It's not easy, but that's your content. I was thinking about that. Because when you do live streams, you just review it or talk about random things. Because live streams, what I've noticed, panel streams and conference calls, that's basically what it is. And I noticed that about StreamYards, and I've noticed that's a conference call. I see why they want you to use YouTube that way. There's plenty of ways to stream. It took me a minute to realize it, but this right here is YouTube. Vlog streams. Vlogs is what helped YouTube. If you want to get big, vlog streams. I'm sorry, I got a couple of subscribers off of this too. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, because when you do these, this is therapeutic for me. Those panel streams is not, because that's just, you just talk about certain subject you want to talk about, put it on the thing. That's nice too. But like Naima said, man, I was thinking about Spotify. I want to check that in their podcasting department, which type of mics that you want to use. And you gotta have certain gear too. SoundCloud is okay. Some people use that, but I like Spotify. Stitcher is okay. Yeah. And there's another one that's called Anchor. But Anchor's trash. I don't even like Anchor, to be honest with you. I don't even like the setup. That's too personable. Spotify is the way to go. I was thinking about that too. If you have an account, you'd be all right. But I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that too, because but yeah, I was looking at that too. I was like, wait a minute. This is gonna be all right. But yeah, YouTube is one of them places you gotta mix your content up. And I'm glad I do pre-records on the Premiere. I found a pre-record that I like. I could go over. Only place I can go over is 45 minutes. That's the max. But doing these for an hour is nothing. This is kind of like content as well. It'll be on the live streaming deck. A pre-record is like 15 to 20 minutes. And you just end it. That's something to think about too. I was thinking about that too long term, and I was like, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Because in the future, I don't see YouTube will lasting that long, because they got to compete with a lot of other sites that try to do the same thing. So we got to see what these streams are going to be about. I mean, these streams will exist. It's just the site itself is just what it is. And YouTube can be bought by any of them, because Google don't have the power to buy them either, because they could be bought as well. So Google had its chance, and if somebody buys it, it's over, man. I don't see it as a viable future, but a lot of people like YouTube sometimes. But what's saving YouTube is the mainstream media, the sports media, and YouTube TV. That's what's saving it. And what's saving it, Google, is the tech industry. See, Google get bought by any giant guy right now. See, Microsoft, they doing other things, so they compete with Microsoft and everybody else. That's what Google competes. The problem with Google is when they try to do the Hangouts. They got the Messenger Hangouts, but they don't have the live stream Hangouts no more, because people aren't interested in it. So the web streaming sites you can go on. Twitch is a joke. Twitch is not the place for streamers. They restrict it on certain things. That's why I wouldn't trust Twitch. They'll lose against YouTube. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Anchor either. Them places will get bought by Google. And I have an idea what Google's gonna do. If they get those and get I won't say Instagram, but if TikTok fails or whatever, they can take those ideas and give content creators how to maneuver around shit. That's what's gonna happen. Cause you see, Google's weird like that. They like to conquest shit, and they'll probably change up the copyright rules, similar the same, and they may get rid of hate speech. They're gonna put it all into one. Watch what I tell you, because they're gonna limit certain shit. Because people want to be protected, being corners and shit. What they call it, victimhood. Yeah, because people abuse a lot of shit on the flag button. I'm trying to tell you, they're gonna get rid of the flag, but this is gonna take your video without you noticing. They'll notify you and shit. That's what it's gonna come to. They don't really need the flag button because people abuse that shit. And one day Google's gonna get tired. I'm gonna predict this. They may not ever want to see that shit again. Yeah, for now. Yeah, that's what I do. I like pre-records. It takes you back to old YouTube days, and that's what they want, man. Google's not dumb. If they see an opportunity was thriving, oh shit, they buying you. They worse than Microsoft. You can't trust companies, and then they'll sell it to you. Even my channels like mine, they'll say, here's your option. Ain't really an option. It's just they're trying to use you as bait, but wanting to try to make you a standard. Nah, man. I already know what it is. So that Copa shit was a distraction. That was just to get them out of that lawsuit shit. Google's fighting that lawsuit deep down. YouTube can't fight it. Only Google can fight that. Problem is, they just like Microsoft. They're gonna fight the system. Like this is why I mentioned about totalitarianism, and I told this to Rogish. This is why I told Rogish the reason why we can't have it. You got fascists. You got corporate idiots, man. They ruin everything. They can't be totalitarian. They're too stupid. They don't want no dynamic leader. They're too stupid. That's why fascism always wins. They always destroy totalitarianism. I'm sorry. You got fascists that were totalitarian leaders. That was Hitler, and what fucked him up, he didn't know how to take care of his military. And what fucked up Stalin, he didn't do shit because he was a trash leader. Like I said, Mussolini was the best. And they hung him upside down. You saw what happened to him. And the ones that did it right, shouts out to DeAndre said this. The ones that did it right, he said this off air. He said, a lot of ones that you don't hear mentioned, they did it right. That's why. And they ain't shit now because their countries is gone to shit. America is the only liberal country that can get away with corporate fascism. That's why they say libel or liberal fascists. What they do is they dominate others. Yeah, they're authoritarian. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean that. But totalitarians are your Chinese and Russians and your Asians. That's your totalitarian countries that don't work. Because authoritarianism always works because you got fascists. That's why Hitler was authoritarian. But he is totalitarian based off the military. There's a difference. They're not the same. They were the same. Where is the rulership, the dynamic leader? Totalitarians need dynamic leaders. Authoritarian doesn't. It's like a collection of fascists, like what you got. Um, your conservatives, they fuck up everything. Best way to kill them, you got to have an opposition. That's why communism and socialism don't work. You need fascism to balance it out. Yeah. And I mentioned Franco. They don't mention him because he did it right. His country was weak. He didn't have the instruments like Italy and Germany had. The problem with Italy and Germany had is they go to the extreme. And that's the problem. When I was talking about authoritarianism and fascism, they go together. Totalitarians don't go together with fascism. It don't work. You got to have a dynamic leader like what's that guy? Not Putin. Putin is your modern day one. It's a federation. What's that for? The guy in North Korea, him, the Kim dynasty, they make sense. They have fascist policies, but they're totalitarian and they control everything, private and public. So we don't have that. Yeah, they support him in the Cold War. That's why. That's why. That's why he wasn't success. I mean, he was successful, but he couldn't be. He was a successful fascist. The West likes fascists, but they don't like totalitarians. I've noticed that totalitarians never work. They're always gonna have opposition and problems. That's the old style. That shit don't work. Russia got away with it. China got away with it. The Koreans are getting away right now. And Eritrea, they're getting away as a state right now, but that ain't gonna last. Because in the future, fascism is their future. Because if America keeps on being corporate fascist, this is why you're gonna have problems like this on the internet. So the two, they differ. They both deal with leadership. The other one deals with dynamic leaders, or what you call charismatic. That's just another word for dynamic leader. That's totalitarians. On what Netflix? Yeah, I study tyrants. I don't have to watch that. Them tyrants are totalitarians, man. But a fascist leader can be a tyrant, but the difference is he has structure. When I was looking at Hitler, I was like, okay. But he also had a totalitarian regime change, they would say, right? Now, Afghanistan, that was one. Who else was one? Saddam Hussein was one. See? They forgot about Libya, but see, they go for the basics. But when you talk about others, they had weaknesses in the whole. But see, anything we support totalitarian regimes, it hurts us. And I'll tell you a secret: we get so much problems. And I was trying to tell Rogish that shit. Why America will never be? It's because we don't want no dynamic leader. We too derelict minded to want one. I'm just sorry, man. Like we ain't built like that. That's why I laugh at totalitarian regimes. They don't work, and fascism will always win because to be fascism, you gotta be an anarchist. That's what kills them. You can't be a liberal, can't be a conservative. You gotta go all out. That's what I'm gonna talk about that next year, 2 weeks from now. That's a topic we need to discuss, and we're gonna talk about green energy. That's why the government don't want to talk about it because that's how you overthrow this shit. But it ain't gonna happen because it takes a collective of people to want that type of freedom. See, totalitarianism, that's old style. You're going back to the days when people control your lives and shit. That concept has always been old. Authoritarianism is new. It's a rip-off version of totalitarian. It's the opposite though. It deals with policies and shit. That's why fascism is a tricky topic. But some fascists can be totalitarian, some of them can be authoritarian. There's a difference. We should make a list on that. I may talk about totalitarian in a part two on that one. That one needs to be discussed big time because that deserves a part two. Fascism, not so much. But totalitarian, yes. Yes. That needs to be discussed. I need to see some more links and some books on that. You don't need no documents to see that because that's the only thing. Yeah, many are enabled by superpowers. Yeah, that's facts. That's true. That's true. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll talk about that, man. But but that's the subject I'm gonna talk about in the future. So yeah, I gotta get going. Yeah, it's like an hour and 24 minutes and 40 seconds. So we're on that mark. Shouts out to Seek Diggy, aka Nema, the Boog, Garonin, Juan G's, Nicer, Degenerate, Supreme Elder, Mace, Tampa, Engineering Canvas, Toya and Char Willie. So appreciate y'all coming through. So with that, I'm gonna say peace and shalom.